A state investigation has concluded that staffers inside Wayne County's juvenile detention facility failed to protect a 12-year-old boy. He said he was physically and sexually abused inside the troubled facility last year, nearly 18 months ago. The 7 investigators first blew the whistle on understaffing inside the detention center, talking to staff who said it was not safe inside. Well, now 7 investigator Ross Jones has more on what the state investigation revealed.
A summary of surveillance video from the night of the alleged assaults said the 12-year-old boy was seen at 9:21 p.m. wiping tears from his eyes and face. That 17 minutes later, 2 juveniles were observed punching the boy as his hands are up. Staff, the report notes, did not intervene. Several hours later, the boy can be seen on video standing up on a table and that he appears naked. A minute later, 2 juveniles are again seen assaulting him. 9 minutes after that, he is assaulted once more. Only then, the report says, do staff escort the 12-year-old out of his unit.
It just seems like the bottom fell out.
It was back in August of 2022 that we first reported on the staffing crisis inside the juvenile detention facility, 7 months before the boy was assaulted. We revealed how staff told us that juveniles and employees were routinely put at risk because the county couldn't hire enough staff.
How often were you the only employee working on a pod?
Daily. Daily, all 5 days of my shift. I was the only person on a pod and sometimes watching multiple pods.
I would literally go to the pods and there would be no staff at all. And so I'm like, hey, where's the staff? And the kids are telling me, like, there's no staff over here.
According to the state's report, staff told investigators that when there is not enough staff, it is appropriate to supervise the youth through the windows rather than going inside their pods. The state concluded that 5 staffers, including a supervisor, provided improper supervision. Wayne County confirms tonight that it forced out 6 staffers following the assault of the 12-year-old boy. Carrie McGee is an attorney who represents the boy and his family.
Problems existed long before my client was sexually and physically assaulted, and preventative measures could have been taken, and they were not.
Well, the state investigation concluded that young boy was physically assaulted. It did not speak to whether a sexual assault took place. As you heard from his attorney, she said unequivocally that he was raped by a number of other juveniles, and adds that a criminal investigation looking into that is still ongoing. But Wayne County insists that since this happened last March, things have gotten better. Whether that's true remains to be seen.
I do have to ask you one question, because you mentioned pods over and over again. We heard you and your previous reports. When workers are saying there's no one in these pods, these kids are loose or they're in jail cells?
Well, it depends. Sometimes they have time to be out amongst each other and they can be, with other juveniles. Sometimes they're supposed to be in their room. But one problem was they were able to pop the locks of their rooms, and even when they were supposed to be locked inside, they still could get out.
And they're free, which seems so dangerous. And I know you're continuing your report, so I'm hoping with you shining the light on this that they really are making it safer for these young juvenile inmates. All right, thank you so much, Ross, as always.